I just continue to be impressed with these Victory arrows. They just shoot so well. So my last video, I kind of showed how I did a quick bare shaft tune on them in the dark, and I went and shot them. I got a couple days of practice in, shot 5-spot this weekend, shot my new personal best, shot a 298. That 300 is around the corner, I know it. So today, it's a nice day. I'm home, wind's not blowing, and I haven't shot these beyond 20 yards yet. So I was like, well, let's just step back. So I started working back to 50, and realized I was getting some weird funk on the arrows. They weren't flying very nice. So I went back to 20 yards, went back to the bare shaft tune, and I couldn't get it to shoot well. I tried, and 30 arrows in, I was like, something's off. So I went and grabbed the rest of the bare shafts and shot all of them, because I've got 6 bare shafts still. And realized the one that I had grabbed, that I had been bare shaft tuning with this whole time, was one of those crooked ones, the ones that didn't spin very well. That's the one I inadvertently grabbed when I was bare shaft tuning. So set that one aside, found the other one that was a little crooked, set it aside, shot the other ones, got them all shooting really nice at 20, stepped back to about 30. They were still shooting pretty good. I then nock-tuned these other ones, so like you can see this one, the mark's there, but I've turned it 90 degrees. That's where it was shooting with the group. Now that might come as a surprise, because I have said how I don't like nock tuning, and I don't like doing it because it takes so much time. But I had 2 arrows that weren't flying right, so I nock tuned them. But I only did those 2. I didn't do the whole dozen. I didn't waste all day trying to nock tune these things. Anyways, got them all lined up, got everything shooting straight, re-zeroed at 20, shooting X after X after X, because man, these things, and I run into a guy one night before I built these that had some VTACs, and I asked him, some tuning tips or setup, and he's just like, he's like, no, they're not quite as forgiving. He's like, if you're off, you're gonna miss. I have not seen that. Honestly, I've had a number of shots that I thought broke outside of the white. I thought the pin was off, and they still hit the middle. So after going back and redoing all the bare shafting, getting them all shooting well, re-zeroed at 20, I worked it back to 50 yards again, and then shot this 3-arrow group. Look at this thing. This is awesome. That's my 3-arrow group at 50 yards. First one, after the funky group. I can wrap my fingers, those 3 are touching. I don't know if you can see that. And they're in the dot. It's hard to see, but they are in the dot. Love these arrows. Love them. Now, an upcoming video I need to get working on is one talking about the ballistic app I'm using, to build sight tapes for my bows. It's called Pro Archery Ballistics. It is the simplest sight tape program that works so well. I've worked up tapes on my other bow for my new Swift sight. I put a tape on there for my normal 550 grain arrows, and I also put a tape on there for my 900 grain arrows. So I'm gonna make a video on that. These things are cool. They work great. Pretty happy with them. I really am.